basically communicates with my TV. And then we're... Hello, everyone. I am Atltvhead, otherwise known as Nate Damon. What we are going to be doing for this little bit up here first is actually running through how your chat basically communicates with my TV. And then we're going to try to get a little bit more data sent over. So say this TV might be able to even say your username by the end of this. That's the goal. We'll see how far along we can get, and it's going to be fun. Let's first go into the code of how this actually functions, probably running first from a kind of like thought process side of things to the actual Python script and implementation, and then from the Python actually getting to the hardware implementation from the Teensy right now. But just to show you what this is and what it does, it is a wearable television that you can control through the internet. So that's pretty awesome. Let's just, in chat, type in !channel 1, and it brings up the heart. Go to !channel, say 5, and it's going to do this weird stuff. Yay! Let's go to 3 again. So yeah, as you can see, this is a chat-responsive, interactive, online, wearable electronic device, which is weird, but I love it. And with that, let's just jump in. So, thanks, SlimyNet, or SlimeNet, whichever your name is. Thank you. So at first, we're actually going to be going over to the paste bin, so this paste bin, if you type in !info, anyone can do this, not just me, but if you type in !info, my chatbot that's running right now will put a link. This link, if you click it, actually gives you the list of commands, basically how to control the TV. So there's some caveats to this. You cannot type in the same message, the same exact message within 30 seconds. That's kind of the interesting thing. Twitch will see you as a bot or a spammer and basically block you. Oh, I see some people going. Who's doing that? Good job, SlimeNet. Is my OBS up? I mean, my OBS is up, but is it running? So let's go. I'm connecting. I clicked start. Sorry, guys. We're doing some OBS at the moment. It's connecting at the moment. Could not access specific channel or key stream or stream key. Please double check that the stream key is correct and try to connect to the server. Okay, so this is fun. Let's go back to output stream. Service, output, recording, advanced, output to URL. Oh, I don't think I'm on your server. So let's see. Let's first, I'm not on your server right now, like internally in here, which might be,
that would be it.
yeah. So let's,
Excuse me. purposely not on that server because Georgia State was blocking this.
Bot.
Some of his functionality. Even the 9 to 5 market? Yeah, because it's on there. It's a boom.
Let's do this. Is the bot still up and running? Okay, the bot is still up and running. Is OBS up and running? No, it is not. To give everyone an explanation of what's going on, I'm using my cell phone to actually broadcast the chatbot because it's being blocked either by Georgia State Internet or on the Twitch side. I don't really know, but I didn't really want to bother with it, so I just am using a hotspot from my cell phone. Please don't hack it. And then I need to be connected to the internal server to actually output my screen capture. And that's the problem right now. Being connected to both isn't working. So, since we're still early, hey Patricia, how's it going, P? Let me just type in, yes, it's good? What's going on? Okay, try it again, or are we good to go, good to go? There are people right behind this camera that I'm talking to, I promise you. I'm not crazy. Or am I?
We thought maybe for a second we had it.
Nope.
What do you have right now?
I'm just having connection.
Go to a different screen or just like pull something else. That it's not just stuck on that.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Sweet. All right, guys. This is cool. Let's do this. Let's do this business. Change the channel, getting the info. Yeah, let's do. Have you guys seen Rainbow Heart? Pride Parade's coming up. Rainbow Heart action. That's what it's for. Regular heart because of hearts. So, how do you go about making something weird like this? And how do you go about having a green screen behind you? Is the second question. The green screen, luckily, comes from the studio and is just displaying the chat to this way. Chat is over here, actually running on my computer. And behind me is a video of me, which is really weird. And hopefully I've done that correct. If not, it's going to be pretty funny. Nope, I did it right. Sweet. Yeah. I'm now a weatherman, along with being a TV-headed weird guy. So the first thing when you really want to get a wearable up and running, it's really just kind of about what you want to do and what functionality you want. So with Atltvhead, and especially just with something that's kind of weird and unique, that you get to to actually put on your head, I can walk around and engage people and interact with them and just kind of like have a really weird but positive experience with people. And that's really the functionality that I was looking for in a wearable technology. The path of where this came from actually kind of started me just always loving and being obsessed with masks. Now, not in the weird sense that like you're trying to escape your identity or hide your identity, but it's in a way a fresh start, and it's kind of fun getting to step outside of yourself and do things that you may not normally do, but a character might. And a character that might be on television. So my idea was, why not bring the television actually to be the character? Other prominent like mangas and influential animes do this, such as like Fooly Cooly, Saga, even a really obscure sports manga called Air Gear. They all have a TV-headed character in it or feature TV-headed people. I guess it was in the back of my mind. Air Gear is actually the one that I most affiliated the television with, but I wanted to just really make kind of a positive and fun interaction when I go out and walk around the town. If you see me, you can also get a little sticker, which I'll throw right there. Or actually, probably right there. So when it comes to wearables, think about what you want to do. I wanted the fun interaction. I chose something that's kind of fun, gives you the ability to be a character and kind of just go outside of yourself a little bit. Other examples of like what good wearable technology exists. Obviously, you have like MIDI control gloves for music. You have kind of funnier and more to the point things like a jacket that tells you when it's raining currently, meaning that the jacket can only sense the rain raining on you and tell you it's raining on you. Those are fun things. But other times they serve more of a practical point, such as like all of the new wearable technologies that come out to like measure your heart rate and measure your blood pressure and things like that. Smart t-shirts and smart fabrics, they're all going along with the same vein of wearables and functionality. For this particular 9 to 5 event, the functionality was really letting you, the streamers, get to engage and get to actually get to control like the television. So usually I'm the one in here, I'm walking around, I control my TV, like you guys get no say. Now the functionality has changed. I want you to have the TV. I want you guys to be the one, in essence, wearing the television and controlling it. So the process for me in this was going from chat to internet code that can talk to chat, and then the internet code that can talk to chat to send data to the television, and then the television to decode it. That's the basic like thought process in the thought train. If you hop over to !info, one word, you actually get to see the paste bin with all the commands. I actually started with this page. This is the page that I kind of broke up what commands I wanted, what features I wanted you guys to have. There were some I took off just because, time's always limiting. But this is actually the page I started on. So I started first with getting actually on the bottom of the page the channels. I believe they're right here. Over here on the back. The channels, setting up the default heart, setting up the rainbow heart, setting up like a confetti thing, a message from me to you guys, which we're going to work on in a minute. A rainbow sine wave, which is actually channel 5. There might be some things actually triggered in that right now. and then channel 6, which is just a bunch of like rainbow lines that if you use the mirrored commands, like the mirror horizontal, the mirror vertical, the mirror rotation, you get some like interesting geometries and shapes out of it. So with starting that and getting all of kind of like my commands written down, the best way for me to actually make a chatbot was using Python, because it has this really handy library called socket. A chatbot is nothing more than a WebSocket. Describing what a WebSocket is to you, anything more than just what I said, is actually over my head, because that's where I stopped my research when I was like, oh, a WebSocket can be a chatbot. Sounds great. Let's go forward. So I looked up some code. Behind me is the actual code that is talking to chat. It is my actual chatbot. This line, basically right here, is the connection to Twitch servers. And Twitch servers have a very particular way of actually communicating with them. So if we hop over to my configure file, basically my host is a Twitch server, and I connect to port 6667. That is the standard port for always talking to chat. Your host should be IRC, so it's in IRC chatbot, in IRC WebSocket, irc.chat.twitch.tv. Typing those things in will automatically give you a bot, but there's one more thing that Twitch likes to throw with you. You need an Aoth password. So this Aoth password can be generated right from Twitch. They have a generator on board. You basically go in, it randomly generates you the password. You have to set up your own username for like a Twitch streamer. So obviously I set up a new account called Atltvhead, and then I got my Aoth password for that. All of that is labeled right here into my configure file. The channel is actually set with this line right here, as you see, 9 to 5 TV on Twitch. And then this rate down here, 20 divided by 30, is actually the messages per second I'm allowed to send before Twitch gets really angry with me and kicks my bot out of the servers. So after kind of setting up my server, you can see down here, I actually like connect the bot, connect to the server, start grabbing everything. I basically send it like who I want to connect to, what my nickname is, and what channel to join. And then I basically set up like my chat messaging. So whatever my chat message is actually gets input it gets input to the tmi.twitch.tv and then the private message itself. So if I initialize this thing, Atltvhead will just jump in a chat and say, hey, I'm Atltvhead, what's going on? I'm tuning in. Once you basically have that, that's your bot. You're done. It can read, it can write, it can do everything. So now, what is the functionality of this bot? We labeled it back here. This bot's goal is to really send commands and to read chat and get your commands in. So you can read any sort of text. I could have a normal word in here, like the word cheese, and it could read cheese and do something very specific. But I didn't want that. I didn't want the commands to easily be some words that people could say, because I wanted it to be very definitive, like, you are controlling this TV. I didn't want it to be like a very random, sporadic event where you type the word like, hello, and then all of a sudden, like, the TV does something different. I wanted it to be very linked, which is why I put an exclamation point in front of all of my commands. That's the delimiter, basically, between normal human speech and normal human writing. And it could read cheese and do something very specific. But I didn't want that. I didn't want the commands to easily be some words that people could say, because I wanted it to be very definitive, like, you are controlling this TV. I didn't want it to be like a very random, sporadic event where you type the word like, hello, and then all of a sudden, like, the TV does something different. I wanted it to be very linked, which is why I put an exclamation point in front of all of my commands. That's the delimiter, basically between normal human speech and normal human writing, and what my bot is looking for. You never put an exclamation point right before a word. That's just my thoughts. Lots of people do it that way. It's kind of like common practice on Twitch, but there you go. Jumping back into the code, I actually have some information right here. So I also have a So after you set up basically your Python script to be a chatbot and read chat, you also need it to communicate with your hardware. In this case, I'm using a serial communication, so I needed to do Pi serial or py serial. That's the library you'll use for this. It's located right here. It just says import serial. What that does, it allows me to actually read and write to the C device inside here. I have a Teensy I'm running, so it's actually reading and writing to the Teensy. This first the television sending back the data it just got. So whenever you write and type in like channel 1 or exclamation point channel 1, it sends a byte of data over to the television, and then the television mimics it, resending the same message back to my Python. The only reason I did it this way is so I knew actually like what characters I was sending, what delimiters I was sending. That's kind of like my backup, my check, and my debugging right there. Beyond that, you actually have this like response s.receive and then a decoding delimiter that actually tells you like, hey, this is letters, it's not just random numbers. So actually it tells you that it is a random number and not a letter. But this line basically looks for chat and reads chat. So if we actually hop over to the shell, I see Slime is still hitting channels 2, channel 4, channel 1. Patricia just says, hey, Nate. And all of that is just being read right off of the Twitch. So I'll go into 9to5.live. I'll type in just some random words, literally random words. And as you can see here, Atltvhead just said random words. So that is this line right here, response. And if there is a response, basically, oh yeah, there's another thing. Twitch likes to be told that your chatbot is continually communicating with it in a basically not interrupted method. So if you're interrupted for a time period, it wants to shut you off, or it shut the bot off and say like, hey, you're no longer connected to me. I'm going to log you out. This if statement, if response ping basically, if the Twitch server is pinging me, have my bot send back a pong. So if it says ping, I say pong, just to let it know my bot's still connected, it's still active, we're still like going and all that jazz. Beyond there, with the response, I actually section out your username. So I actually, from that message from Twitch, I get your username and I get what actual characters you write. So I section out your username, I section out your message, and then I print your message with your username, obviously right to the shell like I've been doing before. After that, I actually have basically a ton and ton and ton of if statements. all this does is check what your message was. If your message meets any one of these commands that we wrote in that paste bin, so if any one of the paste bin commands from the chat is written, this Python code recognizes it. Yeah, this Python code recognizes it and runs it. And that's basically it. So if we want to dive in, it does two things. So say, let's just take channel 1, for example. It's going to send out to the chat and have my bot chat your username plus the characters changes the channel to 1. But then I also write a bit of information to the television itself. So this is with the serial commands. I labeled my serial device TV. So it's tv.write. And then I am using Python 3 right now. So I actually have to use this B right here. Make sure you put the B before you actually choose what characters you're sending out. So my channel 1 is actually technically number 0. And let's now go over to the Arduino side. So Python reads chat, checks to see if it's a command. After it recognizes it's a command, it then sends 2 messages, one to chat, repeating you, basically recognizing that what you said is a command and letting you know that you're about to change the TV, and then the TV changes. And then the other message is out to my hardware actually on the TV. So we're going to go through the Arduino code right now. It's in C++, but just so you know. So this code's a little muddled, and it's very interesting. Oh, there's some chat. Let me figure out what that is. Let me put this right here and this right here. So I have no idea how did I get here. Oh, wow. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. And let me type you a message because you're so nice to me. Let's go back over here. Don't forget to !info for paste bin of commands. And then I'm going to set the channel to 4. Up. Yep. That message is just for you. Waste Jin Jar Jar. That's what I'm going to say your name is, and that's what it is. Going back over to the Arduino code. So the Atltvhead actually runs on 2 different LED libraries. I really recommend going with this library called Fast LED. It communicates to basically every addressable type of LED strip possible, known to man, and created. Just super powerful tool. You can use an assortment of different microcontrollers on it. They recently made a flavor for the ESP32, which is a super low cost, super powerful, dual core microprocessor. It's perfect. I love that thing. Go and grab some. It's $10 if from the US, $3 from China, but whatever. Got to do it if you don't got no money. So of course in Arduino code, if you're going to have a library in it, it's basically you include the library, which is the first statement. So here I have the included library fast LED. Then I actually have 2 more different files I include. One's called full layout.h and the other is called letters.h. Letters is actually a kind of a unfinished script I never worked on. Was a way of me actually going out individually, writing what each letter should look like in a Boolean matrix, and then saying, this is what A looks like, this is what B looks like, filter it in and scroll it left and do all this complicated math to do it. It turned out to be just way more of a pain in the ass than anything. So instead, I didn't use letters at all, but I did end up using the full layout. The full layout is a Boolean mask for the heart itself. So it actually has the numbers of LEDs I have. It has basically ones for where the heart is, zeros for where the zeros are. And then it basically just remembers it so that no matter what I'm doing, if I ever want to go to a heart, if I ever want to do, like, say, make that rainbow not just the heart itself, but make it full screen, I basically take this mask off and it's good to go. But back to, so those are the two files I've included. I then have a bounce command and an encoder command. Those are just left over from the normal way I communicate with Atltvhead, which is due to this little potentiometer on the side. Normally, this guy actually is my full control. So out when I'm walking around, this actually has a push button feature. Each time I press it in, a certain number of button presses either designates the brightness, what channel I'm on, or some characteristic of the television. I then scroll it back and forth to change those parameters. I left them on this code just because I left them on there. I didn't feel like it was taking up space. It wasn't a bother, so I just left them be. But then these last three things, LED matrix, LED text, and font matrix, these are all files and libraries basically in opposition to Fast LED. Fast LED is like this main library. These guys actually borrowed from it, took aspects of it, but then ultimately implemented it slightly differently. So I have to use both libraries, and there's a reason for that. To do strip LED work and addressable matrix work, you can set up basically and solder all of these strips either in a line, like sequentially, or you can actually try to lay them out in a matrix. And you can do this in a few different ways. You can make like a zigzag pattern where this strip is attached to this one over here, and then the next strip attaches basically so they are zigzagging back and forth with your data. Or you can actually have it run basically from end to end, which is how a lot of different LEDs are set up when you buy like a panel of LEDs. The issue with basically jumping over is it doubles the distance your data actually has to travel. So if you don't have enough power, if your voltage gets weak, if you're running like a huge amount of LEDs, that's just not possible to do. Like you end up just doubling and tripling your amount of feet, and then by the time like half of your LEDs are off, and it's just a miserable experience for everyone involved, the people watching, you yourself, all that sort of stuff. What's going down? That's right. Hello, Nos. Hello, Captain Morganita. Morganita. I know who you are, Morg. But, so, totally lost now. Yeah, so if you have really, like a ton of LEDs, you'll actually want to set it up in the zigzag pattern just so that your voltage and everything doesn't get faded out over time. Or you have a power drop over time and your voltage gets too low and you can't communicate. So I've set up my LEDs like that. The Fast LED library recognizes that, or this matrix, as actually just a single strip of LEDs. It doesn't see that there's a break. It doesn't see that it restarts. It doesn't see anything like that. But the Fast LED matrix library does recognize it as an actual matrix. So with actual matrices, you can actually do text scrolling. You can do like image scrolling and different graphics. And it's just way easier to process in a matrix format and doing matricy math rather than doing a single strip calculation, trying to get these numbers right, like subtracting from one end, multiplying from the other, doing all sorts of crazy biz just to get text to like scroll and display is not worth it. If you want to do a text display, go with the LED matrix library. If you want to just do some weird single strip like mathematics and different graphics, go with the fast LED library. I needed both, so I'll show you how I actually got around that. All this first bit of this code basically is just defining what like hardware pin the LEDs are connected to, what type of LEDs I'm running, what their color is, like a general brightness to start off on. I even define like what the matrix width and length is, and then I have some code over here. This code right here actually designates how to address a single strip as a matrix. You can basically find an example of this on the fast LED documentation, so I'm not going to go over it in depth, but basically what it does is it says, are you doing the zigzag formation or are you doing the single line strip thing? So all it does is takes that into account, adds or subtracts numbers depending on what strip you're in. Then beneath it, I actually have basically the same thing designated for just the matrix library to do text scrolling. And I even implement it down here with the CLED matrix, CLED text, all that sort of stuff. Beyond that, I just set up some variables for like what channel I'm on, what the pattern number is. That's again something for when I'm controlling the TV, but not for when you guys are. And then I have just some other variables for rainbow effects, and then some booleans basically to say what modifiers are on the television. So if we go over to, I know NOS too? What? I know you, NOS? I know you, and I'll never be able to guess who you are, but thank you. I'm glad. Sorry I'm like not quite paying attention to chat all that much. But, so if we go over to channel 1, you see the TV and you see this sparkly sort of stuff. That's actually a twinkle effect. If you type in twinkle off, I'm going to turn that off. So this is what I mean by modifier. Like a twinkle is a modifier. So twinkle on. And now all of a sudden my twinkle's back on. Channel 1 is still running. And even if I switch over to channel 3, which is confetti, you'll notice that there are still white squares that actually are the twinkle effect. So if I actually type twinkle off now, all the white goes away, and it even speeds up a bit due to a delay I have in there, basically so communication can continue to happen with serial stuff. Okay, sorry. There's people behind the camera doing things like this. And that. And I was just like, huh? What? Huh? I just got confused. Rainbow. Also, oh, what is it? Pizza Terror! Oh my gosh. Thank you for tuning in, Pizza Terror, and for controlling this TV. Let's give you, do you know the list of commands, Pizza Terror? There you go. No? Okay, so click that paste bin. That takes you to a list of the commands. From there, you can do whatever you want. Change the channels, change the hue, do weird things. Oops. Channel 1, exclamation point hue, changing it, doing weird stuff. Have fun, Pizza Terror. Control my TV. Change my channel. Let's get back to the Arduino code, running all this biz. So, yeah, this Boolean TW is actually like my modifier for the twinkle. I have a modifier for, heyo, 9 to 5 TV, turning on the twinkle. We have a mirror horizontal, mirror vertical, mirror quadrants, which I ended up having a lot of problems with this particular modifier, so it never ended up making it into the final code or list of commands, but it was there originally. And then a mirror quadrant rotation. So the mirror plane actually rotates. You can see that mirror rotation best on channel 6. So if you go to channel 6, do the mirror rotation, which is like exclamation point M, capital Q, capital R, O, T. That should do some weird stuff. Yeah. Yeah, like that. You can also do like flipping it horizontal and vertical and doing some fun stuff like that. For everyone tuning in, this is in fact an interactive wearable technology that you control right from your living rooms or work or television or what have you, your cell phones. But I can wear it. I can actually walk around. And as long as I'm plugged in, you have control. So, yeah. Leave it on? Can you hear me all right? Cool. So I'm just going to leave it on then. Yep, so that's turning on the brightness. The brightness is already pretty high right now. And also the hue does not have an effect, Pizza Terror, on the channels 4 through 6. If you go through channels 1, 2, 3, the hue, the brightness, and the dark will all have a better effect. So this one, the saturation is actually pretty low. It's pretty much white. I would say to do hue changes, channel 1 is best, or channel 3 for the confetti. You'll see more differentiation with channel 1 though. Yep, channel 1. Do a hue. Let's go to this guy. Also type in with you hue. And then we're just going to wait on that. Yeah, so it's fun. It's pretty cool. Turning it down, Pizza Terror. What's going on? This is for you. Right there. Not you, the people watching, actually the cameraman behind you. It's kind of meta, but yeah. It's for you, sir. Aw, thanks. And now it's for you, chat. There you go. You have yours too. C 95. M invert. Not sure I think the invert is going to actually work best. I'm going to change that. On channels, let's edit this. Just get rid of 4. There we go. Sorry about that. Shoot for the stars. That's what I always say. Let's go back to this code. Twinkle on. Twinkle again is for channels 1 through 3. It's kind of weird. You kind of just experiment with what channel you're on and then what things interact with it. This one is more of the just message for you. So, yeah. Going on in the code, let's see. We have then basically your setup for any code you using Arduino. You basically have like a setup function and then a looping function. In my setup, I actually have started the LEDs and documenting them and addressing them as a strip first, and I'm going to address them as a matrix later on after you go to a different channel. So for the first 3 channels, We actually use the fast LED. For the last three, we use the LED matrix library, and we change over that actually down in the code here during serial event. So this serial event is actually where my television reads in the data that the Python script sends over from chat. So for just ease of sake, these numbers like 48, 49, 50, 51, and 53 actually are all corresponding to the actual like bytes of information that represent the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 6. And then here, this if we're in channels 4 through 6, basically start the matrix LEDs. So address these LEDs now as the fast matrix library. But if we are on the other channels, address it as a singular strip with some funky like mathematics going on. And then on this side, you see a similar, basically like if statement, if then statement. All this is doing is saying like, if we're on this channel, switch it to that channel. If we're on these channels, change over to a different like text protocol or matrixy protocol. And then if we are on a modifier like twinkle on, like you see right now, that is a modifier that's also recognized through this and set up. And basically those control that little like Boolean on-off character to say like, hey, start modifying things. So yeah, that's that. Pretty much like the rest of this code is just like hoping to switch those characters over, to set it to a different screen, to like control what colors are being displayed, and all that fun stuff. Yeah. Oops. So I'm going to type in changing the hue again. Yellow and pink. Haven't had this face before. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good, chat. Really? That's how it works and that's how it functions. What do you guys want to know? I'm open. Like, talk to me, chat. I'm here to talk to you, to answer questions. If anyone like else in the studio wants to talk too, like, feel free. It's just a fun experiment. Normally you can find me walking around the city of Atlanta, just having a weird positive experience with people, having fun, and yeah, so. And if you just want to control the TV and chill too, that's all right as well. Oh, hey-oh. There they are. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. You got it scrolling back there. But let's see. Let's see. I guess I will give you guys the option. Can I change the words? I can change the words for you right now, depending on your message, Pizza Terror. The reason why I didn't give you direct control is because this television is meant for good and positivity and love and justice. So if you type the word in poop, I would actually probably play it. But if you started typing in things like any like curse words or any derogatory statements, of course I would like cut it. But I didn't really have, one, the time to like code that in, and two, the You know, I just didn't really want to see that on this project I've been working for to keep it. But if you have a specific message in mind, type it in chat and I will let you know, and I will put it into the TV so then you can turn it on. Waiting on Pizza Terror now. If anyone in the studio too, I'll take requests. Hamburger?
You're not giving the man any inspiration?
I got nothing, man.
He's got nothing.
What about salmon burger?
Salmon burger.
Pac-Man. Pac-Man salmon.
Salmon burgers.
Cold cuts for life? That's great. All right, let's do this. We'll put in cold cuts for life onto this TV. Does that mean anything bad, by the way, first off? I don't think it does, but...
I think so.
All right, Pizza Terror, I'm trusting you with this one. So this is actually where I write the message in code. Hangs out right here. So we're just going to type in cold cuts for life. And then I'm actually going to be taking cold cuts for life, turkey roast beef coffee. Is that a coffee made of roast beef? Turkey roast beef? Okay. It's organic. Delightful. Thanks, Pizza Terror. I was really worried if it was. Dang it. I can't do that. All right. I'm just going to go over here. Now everybody gets to see how bad I am at spelling. So, with this, I'm actually going to take it off for just a second. And I'm going to have to take the chatbot down. Sorry, guys. So say goodbye to chat. Before this happens, I am actually going to open up Notepad++. Copy all that stuff. Go over here. Go into a new one. And I'm saving all of your chat as it's being typed out. Oh, see you later, Pizza Terror. Goodbye is not a direct command, but I'll see you later. Save that. Yep, chat, 1. Go over to here. We're gonna kill it. Kill it dead. All right, here, we're going to re-upload with the words cold cuts for life. I used to say a phrase, relay for life, meaning that, you know, you do relay for life for your lifetime.
Forever.
Yeah. Well, not forever. Just, you won't do it after you're dead. I mean, it just wouldn't be relay for life then. Yeah. Relay for life for afterlife. The normal, how that goes. So then we actually have to go into our devices. So right now, my TV is actually connected directly to my Arduino script and chat window. And I don't want that. I actually want it to be free again so it can talk to the Python. So I actually have to come over to my serial port, disable it, enable it. What that does is keep power running to the television, but it disrupts that communication with the Arduino side of things and allows this basically to be restarted And if we have the same error, we might have the same error. Yeah, because we're connected. So let me do this. Yep, I got the poops. That's my hotspot. If you got the poops, you know where to find me. Yeah. So connection failed. Is there any problem with bringing down the OBS from your side of things? If I disconnect, it's going to kill that OBS. So, okay. So I'm going to disconnect my connection, my hardware connection. Connected to I got the poops. We're going to restart this thing. Yep. All right. So chatbot's back up. So the chatbot is running through my cell phone hotspot right now. Heyo, I got a chatbot on my phone. Now I connect right back into the landline. And then we go over to OBS. I'm just going to click connecting, and I hope it's running. And then if we go over to here, chatbot is tuning in. Channel 3. And let's do brightness. Channel 2. Bright. Channel 1. Bright. Just to get that brightness up there. Channel 1. And the reason why you have to do it this stupid and inane way is because if you type in the same thing in under 30 seconds to Twitch, it thinks you're a bot, but a bad bot. Not one that it likes, like Atltvhead bot, but an evil one. That's right, evil. So now, if we actually go to channel 4, we will see the message that you've been waiting for. There we go, people. It's organic. That's it. Cold cuts for life. That is, that's what I've been reduced to, everyone. Just to let you know. No, I'm just messing around. It's all good. This is going to be the new hashtag for Atltvhead, cold cuts for life. Turkey, roast beef, coffee. It's organic. What can I say? That was weird. Anyways, that was incredible. Thanks, 9 to 5. But yeah. So what are you guys feeling like you want to do? I can actually try to type it in and actually try to get chat to communicate directly. It's just going to mess up some things. And there's no guarantee. Cool. Then we're going to get our power chair. Make sure everyone has a power chair if you're about to do something powerful. Raise it all the way up, and then get into the standardized genius pose. Note, this is how you do your best work. It is uncomfortable enough for you to stay alert, but still free enough for you to spin around. And that's all that matters. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to lower this because I'm getting scared. Getting real scared. And we're actually going to start looking up some stuff. So what I'm thinking is to decipher text. Whoops. I just dropped the mic. Here we go. We still on? We still good? No one's back there. I have no way. This says we're good. Yeah, I'm going to trust it. So what we're going to be doing is sending an array of bytes across serial, reading an array of bytes, breaking it up, and then deciphering the message inside. So let's first start with getting usernames down. Yeah? You good? You okay? Getting sleepy? Need some water? Okay. Can we get some? Let's get 5 waters.
Need more LED lights.
You need more LED lights? More LED lights. You good?
We're out of cups.
Thanks, Morgan. We're out of cups?
So you're out of Lux. Wait, do you want some water?
What? I'm just going to go to the hall and get some later.
I can get you a cup of water.
Yeah.
Unless you
VIP?
want to stand up, take a break.
I'm in the genius pose right now.
I'm going to get you a cup of water.
All right, guys, we're going to actually, let's take a break for a minute. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Wait. Solomon the Kawan? I don't know how to say your name. That makes 6? 6 what? 6 channels? 6 people? I'm waiting for you to answer me. I'm putting this right here. What do you want from me? Hey, dude. What's up? We're going to take a break for a second just so me and this camera guy can get some water and for me to officially actually know his name for once. Yeah, we're doing waters break. So let me type in. I'm gonna make a new chat message really quick called I water. So stick around. We're doing it live, everyone. elif message.strip equals I water colon chat s dot username. Well, no, let's do this. Sorry, username. I am grabbing all right, so I'm going to refresh. Okay, so now I technically have input I water into this thing. Let's check it out. I water. Sorry, Atltvhead. I'm grabbing some water with the camera dude. P.S. We just quit. JK. All right, let's go get some water, man.
I missed like the whole show. I don't even know what's going on. I was kidding.
Oh, that's fine.
I just got thrown into LED lights.
Yeah. Are you all right?
What is the what's the premise? The TV hit.
So I walk around with the TV head and generally just like interact with people or give people. My mic is on. Hey, you guys like Cold Cuts coffee and turkey roast beef? It's organic.
It's organic.
It's organic, everyone.
We were kind of doing a commercial for that. We were kind of like saying it's organic.
It's organic.
It's organic.
It's organic.
Oh, where'd it go?
Oh,
Oh.
Hey, this is for you.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
The mic is off. Great handshake. Thanks, Morg.
Tell me we're coming back. Oh, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Look at how good this looks.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Much better that way, right?
Yeah.
Is that Kind Bar advertisement?
Yes. Please shout out Kind Bars.
Kind bars.
Thank you. Please shout out Chemistry Atlanta.
Chemistry Atlanta. Wait, no, why don't... We're going to type this out on the TV. What are you doing?
Wait, if you type something out on the TV, type out Goat Farm.
Okay.
Goat Farm Crew.
Goat Farm Crew. And then all of our sponsors.
Just literally every sponsor, yeah.
All right. We're doing... This is now sponsor advertisement time, so we're going to shout out literally everything there is to shout out.
Waffle House.
I was just going to go on your website and look at the sponsors.
Here? Are you good?
I think I can do it. Unless, I mean, you can be here, please. Just,
I just was gonna bring your chair.
I mean, you make the shot better than me. So
Can you show everybody your shoes?
my shoes.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Can we get
Okay.
Hold on, let me go to the room so I can cut to them. Shoe shot.
We're gonna do a shoe shot, and I'm gonna do an advertisement for the synthesizer I have, which they don't pay me, so it doesn't. Just You ready?
All right.
Just let me know. Wait,
Out.
I'm gonna get on the table, and I'm probably gonna set my foot about right here. So if you get this area, this is gonna be where the shoe is. Ready for it? Stepping up. Bam. Look at these beauties. Right here. They're beautiful. You can strap it down. You can be unleashed. Note this little red accent piece right here. And the steel toe in front too. Just perfect. Minimal, slick, ninja design. It has a little puffer fish right here for you to enjoy. Puffer fish enjoyment. Mwah. It's a masterpiece. So that was advertisements for my shoes. You guys, Fugo, now owe me at least thumbs up. Couple K. Yeah. And now we're going to do the rough programming of all the sponsors. So let's start off with, who says something? There's some chat. Marty McFly used those in Back to the Future. Kind of. So this is for another project. I wanted some costumey type of future shoes that also had some really old school vibes, and I'm just wearing it to get it that worn in feel, and then I was just they're just my shoes now. So it was originally for a project, and then I'm still going to use it for the project, but they're also just my shoes. Yeah, that's how that goes. So we're going to change our text right now for doing all the sponsors. If we want to put up the green screen behind me, we can do that. If not, just so people can see the code. Otherwise, it just looks like I don't know, looking at naughty things on my computer. Oh yeah, this microcontroller. Look at those circuits. All right, cool. All right, let's do this. Thank you. Is there any other thing besides that? So if we go here, We're gonna put that over there. Take this, put it over. But. You can put over here. Come on now. What's going on? It's all going haywire. All right, so you guys, we're gonna go to About. Pull open this tab. Scroll down to these people right here. Here we go. Sponsor page. Should I include partners or just F them? Oh, there's a Georgia State one too. What else should I say for talking about the goat farm? Should I just call it the goat farm, or should I say anything else? Goat farm crew? Cool. Goat farm crew.
Hello.
Hey.
Just checking everything out.
Cool. Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. What about you?
Nothing. Just streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some guy was telling me about a live stream tonight at 7. Is that gonna be in here?
Or I think the live stream at 7 would be better answered by the guys in the control room. But yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Good, how are you?
Travis.
Cool.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That is impossible to read.
So glad that this is legible for you all. Sorry about that.
Come hang out with Atltvhead. Come on. Get on the stream. Everybody's on the stream now.
Yep. I'm holding up the small window, but you can.
Here. Oh yeah. Well, don't get in the window because
Yeah.
I feel like you're the centerpiece. I didn't mean to
Oh, it's fine.
bump you.
Cool. Here's a sticker. Oh, okay. Yep. You're welcome.
Welcome to the stream.
I just wanted to look at the op one.
So what are you talking about here?
That's the op one.
The
Yeah.
op one,
Sorry for distracting you.
Oh, the
HLTV
OP1?
head.
the OP1.
The OP1. Yeah.
Are you gonna play a little diddle?
I will play something I made a while back, just for funsies.
Oh, please do.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
these things. There's this guy on YouTube, Red Means Recording.
Oh yeah.
Love his videos. Sick.
Big fan.
Uh
This is a stream. This is our equipment. I'll continue the tour now.
oh. Cool.
This is a
Back to the heart.
here.
This is how I normally look. Not with the roast beef and coffee thing, but this one.
Yeah, well,
Right
here
here.
and here. But yeah, that's what you do.
Yep.
And this is where homeboy is gonna be.
So let's go over to this right here.
You gonna come back? How it works. You watch online, you gotta vote on his outfits and background, right? It's mandatory. Yeah, we're streaming live for another week, so make sure to tune in.
Okay.
Oh, Travis. How do you know Homeboy?
We know through Kyle or Ray, already know her. We hit him up a while back and then just stuff.
Where'd you get the inspiration for this idea?
I got the inspiration for ATL TV Head out of a bit of realizing, like, if you wanted to do cool things for, like, make cool masks for artists, get into wearables for people, and, like, really have the ability to walk up to somebody and actually give them, like, make them something, you also have to just initially show that you can do it. And then I was, like, thinking about, well, let's, like, make a TV head. So I made it. And then I ended up, like, contacting a bunch of people saying, like, yo, I can do wearable projects. And all of that, like, kind of fell through. So I was like, well, gotta do something. And I programmed the heart in, like, initially, and I never used it. And then I flipped to it, and I was like, you know what? let's like actually do something with this. So I started walking around on the heart with the heart on. I actually started on Valentine's Day. I didn't even know it was Valentine's Day. It was I was just like, why are all these couples everywhere taking photos with me? And it was Valentine's Day. So that was good. But yeah, so that's kind of where it started. It's just meant to be a very fun, like weird interaction. And how often do you see like costume people on Atlanta streets besides Baton Bob? So shout out to Creative Loafing, you know, for leaving in that public figure role to Baton Bob again. Really doing your research here. Really doing your research, Creative Loafing.
You got beef.
Nah, just heart. Just love. Yeah, just love. Yeah. All right, I think I wrote Media Industries Institute correctly. Let's do it some more. We got a sponsor for MailChimp. We got a sponsor for Chemistry Atlanta. We got a sponsor from Waffle House. Who doesn't like some Waffle House? You know what I'm saying. I'm saying Waffle House. Artist and Machine Intelligence. All right. I think that's all the sponsors right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start uploading this. I'm going to kill the chat again. So Control A, Control C. Clear it out. Start uploading. Disconnect this guy. Go back over here. Copy that. Go over here. Start this script back once more. Plug this guy back for OBS. And now, go back to the chat. And we should be good again. Oops. There we go. Okay, chat's working. Let's go over to channel. Actually, let's just keep getting that brightness up. Here we go, everyone. The thank you message. This was a really bad time to, let me just. Man, that noise. I think that was it. That was it. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for letting me grab water. I water, everyone. Exclamation point water. You know, the usual. But yeah. This was good. This was a fun rundown of this code, this project. Thank you all for who have let me be here. I'm gonna be here for a few more hours, so suck it. JK. I love you guys. And I'm gonna take that off. It gets a little hot. It's just with the lights. Usually when you're walking through, you get a cross breeze. Thank you so much, Solomon. Thank you. I appreciate that. But can you, Solomon, can you actually hear the music? Is that coming through? Just wanted you to know if there's like a static or a noise in it. Dope. Cool. Thanks for the input. Take it. Travis is coming, everyone.
Music and Mike are same channel. They're coming in through the same port.
Yeah.
So they'll probably have trouble hearing you when the music's coming through,
Oh, gotcha.
unless you mix the music lower on your end. But it's out, yeah, it was coming through on stream, it sounds great.
Sounds good, but it lags here and there. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I don't know. I can try to make something.
Yeah.
Let's go far back and let's make some like lo-fi hip hop or something. Let's do. So I'll put this back on. Control the TV to the music as you see fit, everyone. That's actually too slow.
Hey, Twitch prompts aren't working for what?
Twitch what? Twitch Primes?
Twitch chat prompts to control the TV.
Uh-oh. Let's do that then. Thanks for letting me know. Let's rip that out.
Doing
Texted little
Hey, Abu.
pop music.
What's going on? I was gonna do hip-hop music.
Great job.
So good with the hip-hop music. Let's go back over to the Python script.
Shouting the sponsors out. Hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
We call it ad placement.
Mark loves it.
I'm gonna copy this.
Do this like full time.
I'm sure my boss feels the same way.
You're going to be using all of those benches?
Probably not all.
All of them?
More seating the better. But fine. The one of the real long ones? You want this one? Yeah. Second floor.
There we go. Okay, we're back. No more twinkle. We're going to go to channel 6. Oops. And then we're going to turn on there we go. Let me get that nice little weird pulsy thing. You can make stuff like this on my face. I bet you never thought of that. I mean, I think you did think of it. You just, you know, you didn't do it. But that's all right. I did it for you. Here you go. Channel 2, Rainbow Heart. Still rainbow. Still loving life. Cool. Let's see if this gets going again. And let's turn the speed up. Yep, so good. That's a little off. That is good. I like this. Nah. Man, it's so good. So much music. So good. What? What the hell's going on behind me? This is awesome. The Goonies! Because you never know when you're gonna need it. Did I delete something? What did I just do? Ah. There we go. Some weird trippy music for you guys. What's going on in chat? Repeat offender? Hey, what's going on? Caught your stream the other day. It was great. This guy behind me, he's so great. Welcome to the trippiest television episode of a TV ever. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, let's change this up a bit. I actually can't see this very well. There we go. What's up? People are talking? Huh? What? Hello! Hey, Kaylee! What's going on? Click the paste bin for a link of commands that you can do, by the way. Okay, let's do this. Let's go back up to 123. Let's go back over to that one thing we were doing. Right over here. Let's do an in. Let's go over to the out. Sample. First, our hip hop drums, of course. I actually can't hear much. Okay, that's where that is. That's where that is. I've already accepted this is probably going to be the best thing I can make in like 10 minutes, so we're just going to let it roll. You know? Let's just let it be a trippy stream. Ooh, Kaylee has that twinkle in her eye. So, sorry, the twinkle command is mostly on channels 1 through 3. So if you go to channels 1 through 3, the twinkle will be on. The mirror commands are on channels 5 through 6, or 5 and 6, and the twinkle is on the other ones. You can change hue on the other ones, and the brightness is for basically everything. The weird sparkly things on the bottom that don't go away are because I didn't bother to code them away. But they have to deal with the an earlier topic I was actually discussing about how you talk to this stuff. Changes to channel 2, rainbow heart. And then twinkle's going. It's soft, but it's going. Yeah. This is pretty awesome. This got so much more trippy. And it's all thanks to the people on Channel 4. That's it. Sorry. What? All thanks to Christian. Does anyone else want to play around on this?
I'm not musically inclined at all. Yeah, it's a super producer though.
Do it. Yeah. You want to play it? Have you've seen or used an OP1?
I've used a MIDI controller, but not this
All right.
one. So.
Basically the same thing. Here, I'm going to take off the TV. So, just to go over it, you have your BPM with this button. You basically just set it.
How do you go up and down on the BPM?
So everything that is color coordinated, so blue always corresponds to the blue knob, white is white, like red is red, and green is green.
I love the number 22, so I just brought down one.
Cool. The tape is your tape. It functions basically like any other tape looper. These ins and outs set it. Do you want a specific like 4 bars or?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, 4-bar loop. So, wait, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now it's playing with your 4-bar loop. You have your 4 tracks. This is like your synths. When you go into the synth, all of these are a different voice. When you go into your drums, all of these are a different voice. So if I go to like this one. But yeah, so you can play around basically getting your drums. If you want a sequencer, we can go through sequencers. Otherwise, they're kind of like they're not my favorite thing to use because they could be better. They could be better, teenage engineering.
I've never. This is kind of complex. I don't know.
It's all right. So you're in drums.
How do you know your drums?
You clicked it, and then you click back to tape.
And then are you recording a loop right now? Or?
So you can. All I have to do is hit basically the red. So if you wanted to do a drum pattern, just get your pattern going. Do you want the tempo? Sorry, it's not so loud.
Kind of scared of it.
What? Okay. That's all right. usually
Does that tie in with that?
this.
Or is this like a separate project?
It will in a little bit, just not right. I say it will probably never tie into this television, but it ties into another mask I'm making.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's going on over there?
Like, will the beats be related to the colors or the...
So the beats are probably going to set the timing of like animation changes and the timing of like certain like strobing effects and things like that.
But you just haven't programmed it yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
like the next evolution.
Yeah, so this is a MIDI controller, so I'm going to take MIDI out and then so instead of reading serial in right now, I'll be reading MIDI in, and MIDI will be giving my tempo.
Will you have like speakers and be like walking around? Beat matches the lights?
No, I'm actually going to be doing like a performance coming up.
Oh, okay, like a
Yeah.
show. Where you
Like
were
a
the head?
show. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Kind of like this, but like not on the fly stuff. Like things I'll actually compose and sit down.
Cool.
And yeah, it should be fun. I've decided that my music wasn't super great, so I have to have other things to go along with it. For production and quality value.
It's kind of like a performance too.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, definitely. What's going on?
Sick.
Yeah.
What are these numbers
Thanks.
at the top, Dave?
Thanks, Smoke Lore. The numbers at the top?
1, 2, 3, 4.
They're like your particular loop. So if you see that blue line was created down there.
Yeah.
And now if I record on 1, so it's basically just like, are you on tape 1, tape 2, tape 3, tape 4?
Oh, okay. Look.
So you have 4 different, I guess, instrument lines per tape loop. Yeah.
And what's that feedback sound?
That feedback is due to all of this
Wiring?
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, none of this is shielded, so it's just a bunch of feedback and noise in the system. Nothing's particularly greatly grounded either. Oops.
Can you make something on here?
Like on this?
Yeah. I'll just watch, just like wiring.
Okay, so actually, yeah.
That's okay. These are great burgers.
Screw that up.
It sounds great.
Cool.
One of these. I'm so stream real quick.
Yeah.
The pressure of the stream.
Yeah.
That was awesome, guys.
Yeah, we normally can high five. We just don't have a connection. I think it's our connection between us. I know.
Actually, don't like that at all.
What was that?
So this is an FM. This is a really janky way of actually seeing FM synthesis. So this is just an FM synth, but they don't really. It's not intuitive, and I don't particularly
It's
like it.
called
For
the op
that.
one.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
And are you running the sounds through your computer?
No.
Oh, okay. Can you upload your own? Like WAV files?
Yes.
Oh.
So if we go into the synth, we go to.
Are these ones you uploaded?
We're gonna go into it. So sample. No. RCA. Yeah, basically. we can go and go like up.
F5 is cool.
I'm actually trying to find like what speed.
Are we live right now?
We are live right now.
Oh,
I actually don't like how many notes it's playing.
wait, you want to slow down?
Let's do something more interesting than that. No. These keys? Well, this is just a piano
I
layout.
like the tops.
I'm not liking the arpeggio. I don't like the arpeggio on this thing.
Why not?
I don't know.
What's our PG?
An arpeggio? It just like goes up in, so you like choose the notes, and it, yeah,
Yeah.
but you could do.
It's from Japan, this.
It's actually from Sweden. I don't like any of that. No worries.
The screen is really cool.
I got it maybe a year ago?
Oh, cool.
I think so, yeah. Bob Ross! I wish that was the thing, but sorry, no Bob Ross. I don't know. I like hip hop more. Oh well, guys. That's enough for music time.
Signing off.
I'm signing off for music time. Oh, hey, what's going on? Cool. Yeah? You want to see the TV head?
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
You want to control the TV head?
Sure, I'll do that.
You get on chat?
Yes. And then, like, put stuff on it. And then, like, say stuff.
So that link I posted on the chat goes to all the commands. And you can control it. What? You're not. These are the cameras right here. So you're still behind it. You're good. No? What do you want from me, Smokelore? What do you want from me? I know where you live. I do, though. No, Mo music? Mo music? All right. Okay. You want more music? I'll give it to you. No, Mo music? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so if you click that link, or if you see the scrolling on the bottom, those are all the commands. So let's see what's going down. What do I have on this OP1? Repeat offender. I might actually change what the message is. This is so promo, thanking everyone. But, I can play an oldie, but I didn't really it's not set up in a way that I can actually go and control it necessarily. Yeah. So unfortunately for text repeat offender, the text isn't working, but channels 5 and 6 work with all the mirrored effects. The text I left off of there just because it was giving me too much headaches last night, and I just wanted to get to bed. Yeah. So I apologize that the mirror effects aren't working. Yep, doing weird funky things. I got weird eyeballs right now. Yes. One person has confused me indeed for Radiohead. It's alright. You know, I gave him a sticker. We were cool. Yeah. I was like, hey, I know what you're thinking, but I'm not Radiohead. That is not me, in fact. Here you go. What does it read? Good job, you broke it. No worries. Yep, you can turn things off. You guys are finally getting to explore the shit that I made. I've been like, this is what I was doing last night. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but it's great. And I love it. And I'm glad you guys can do it too. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. This is something I actually worked on for a small amount of time. And it was good. What? Control what about it? Are you in the chat? Come on over. I'll tell you. Yeah, we'll do an instructorial / I'll just be like, yeah, those things, you can do it. I believe in you. Alright. So these things at the bottom, the chat just responds to exclamation point and then certain things. So it's just like one word in front of it. Yeah. So if you did like, I did some shorthand for like the channels, obviously. Channel CH1 is channel 1, CH2 is channel 2. But yeah.
Oh, I see. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
And now if we actually go to our, like my Python script that's reading it all, you can even see like, hello. Hello doesn't do anything, sorry.
Dark. Ooh, is that turn it off?
Dark, yeah, dims it.
So cool.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna control your face now.
Do it. I'll put it back on. That's awesome. I'm glad.